Here is a short overview of the recruitment process. Now, our prime focus is on interviewing, and so some elements of the process are less relevant to our purpose than others. Having said that, later we will look at each stage of the process in more detail to understand why and how it impacts on the recruitment interview. And I'm guessing you'll quickly get a sense of how important it is to prepare well for interviews. So let's step through the process. The first element is knowledge of the job. Now, this might sound blindingly obvious, but the interviewer needs to have a reasonable knowledge of the job they are recruiting for. This makes it easier for them to identify what they're looking for in prospective candidates and what elements of job performance might provide evidence opportunities. Candidates might also ask questions about the job, and it can give a negative impression of your organisation if you don't have some idea of the answers. Not only do you need to know the job, but once you understand the job role, you need to identify the skills, experience, abilities and attitudes you believe will be needed to be successful in the job role. Attracting suitable applicants. So this entails deciding on the best channels to locate your likely candidates and creating suitable adverts and messages or campaigns to attract their attention. Assessing suitable applicants. Now, there are many ways of gathering evidence that you're seeking to determine if a candidate is the person you're looking for or not. This can range from reading CVs and application forms through to running internships and assessment centres. But I think by far the most common strategy remains the recruitment interview, and obviously that's where our focus is. Now, no strategy is foolproof. Our aim is to use a professional approach that best matches the role and our resources cost effectively. Making a decision. It's been said that most interviewers make their decision in the first few seconds of a meeting and spend the rest of the interview justifying their decision. So suspending our natural inclination to make snap judgments and focusing on our prepared criteria, that's the challenge. Avoid weighing up person against person. Always assess person against your criteria. Induction and evaluation. Well, it's pointless employing who you believe to be the right person if you then fail to plan for how you're going to get them entry into your business in as straightforward a way as possible. In addition, you need to be checking to see if the promised skills and performance are actually being delivered. You'll never get every recruitment decision right, and it's better and much cheaper for all concerned to discover if you've made a mistake sooner rather than later. Legal requirements. Now, all of this process must comply with the legal requirements of the market you're recruiting into. In the UK, where I'm based, we have quite complex employment legislation. Quite rightly, it is illegal to discriminate on grounds of race, sex, age, religion or disability. Now, making a decision is in some ways discriminatory. You have to discriminate one person against another, but you must be able to clearly demonstrate the reasons why you did or did not give someone the job. And those reasons should not be linked to any of the issues I've just mentioned. Local and best practice. You may have traditions or customs that are not legal requirements, but are expected in the market, industry or sector that you're recruiting into. So that's a quick overview of the recruitment process. And we will look at each stage in more detail as you move through the course.